Do.
I'm shocked and appalled.
Oh, less that.
Eh?
Yeah. Oh, pretty much perfect timing.
Alright. Hi.
Hola.
Hi, Parrot Scout. It is indeed Celeste.
That's number Wang. Alright, I think that we are settled. Set. Good. Yeah, this button works, so that's also good.
It's nice. The buttons working is nice.
I do enjoy buttons. That's right, baby, it's Celeste.
Hell yeah.
Oops.
Love hitting the ceiling.
Me too. Whee!
Love flower.
It was really weird to get that strawberry for whatever reason. There we go.
Hell yeah.
I do love the Pico 8 version.
It's pretty solid.
Whee!
Ah, keys to chests in this one.
Yep. Yeah, kind of like bonus materials.
Everyone's hungry for air dashes.
Love me some air dashes.
Whoa, hello.
Yeah, that was weird. Not really sure how I ended up going the way that I done. Whoops.
Whoops.
Man, I am finding that this.
Yggdrasil, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm finding that this horizontal dash is way good in this version of the game.
I'm having roast air dash for dinner tonight.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Delicious. Yeah, we'll give people a little bit of time to come in, and then we'll jump back in to where we are in the story.
Yep.
If you'll remember correctly, last time we were here, we got Theo out of that whack-ass crystal prison.
Hell yeah, we did. We rescued our boy.
Yep.
Whee!
Trying to like land on that.
Yeah, on that wall, yeah.
Like jump off of it. It's quite tight though.
Yeah.
Yep, almost.
Got the wall at least.
There we go.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Theo handsome boy.
Nailed it.
Woo!
This is fine.
This is fine and or good.
Brain just could not make that work there. There we go.
Yeah.
Ha! That's evil.
Denied.
There we go. I haven't even seen so many of these levels.
Oh, neat, huh?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Update from Theo.
Ow. Alright, I see what I'm
We'll
supposed to
probably
do
see
here.
if we can try and take a look at his Instagram
At some
at
point.
the end.
Jeez, the timing
Wow,
here
this
is
is,
wild tight.
This is kind of evil, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can definitely see certain types of puzzles that did get ported over and certain other types that not so much.
Yep.
Now this looks fun.
Ooh.
Too far.
Not far enough. Just right, but Cloud was in the wrong position. Absolutely. People who have played this game or seen the story absolutely should go check out Theo's Instagram.
Yep. Well, this will be interesting. Too much! Alright, I think I'll beat this level and then
And get to the game.
get to the actual videos game that we're here to play.
Oh, Jesus.
Apparently I just hit the, good lord. Apparently I hit like one of those corners in just such a way that it gave me my jump back, which is
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Pretty cool.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Yeah. As I grab my drink and it gets stuck to the thing I have on it to stop all the condensation from getting everywhere.
I'm getting it stuck.
Anyway, so we are on Reflection.
Yeah, let's go.
Get right up to the top of this mountain. I'm sure it'll go great.
Hell yeah.
It's impossible to outrun.
Ugh, you just haven't tried hard enough.
Clearly, as this whole game has shown so far.
Get past the mirror, that's outrunning them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dump our boy. You know, face plant him into the dirt.
You're alive!
Yeah.
Wait. No problem.
You're welcome.
Pause it like this? Okay, good. Wasn't sure.
Huh.
Just figure. Better to not have a clock up there considering we're actually going into a long talking section.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Really going on here. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, there's some crazy magic bullshit.
Ah, she cool. Little bit.
Oh, I love the music here too. Well,
Yeah. Don't put this on her, Theo.
that's fair. Oh, Rose.
Never. Okay, buddy.
Especially after all this. Alright. Got questions from either side now. What do you think?
Why is it so easy for you? Pain in the ass. Oof. Oof. Mean.
Yeah, right to the top of the mountain.
Nope.
It's right over there. Take your pick.
Temple.
Yeah. He laughed at me.
She cool. She cool.
Take your pick.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hit switches with you.
Yep.
And you went through spikes.
Yep. How long was that for? Apart from that.
Pretty good. Ah, you got it in one. Big mood.
Or maybe him, perhaps? Aw. She's a good mom. That's fair. Yeah, that's also fair. I do that one.
Take your pick. This will end it.
Mountain.
This whole chapter pretty much starts with a long text section that I like quite a lot.
Aw.
As one does.
As you do.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
That it does. Oh.
Like mountain climbing.
Yeah, love mountain climbing. Can't escape battling.
Hmm.
Yeah, a little bit. That's fair. Yeah, a little bit. Part of you. Part of you. Yeah, a little bit. It's a little depression gremlin. Get close to your grandpa. Oh, sorry. Sorry, our boy. Why not a vacation?
This is sort of a vacation.
Yeah, it's just one of those active ones, you know?
It's a bit much.
Intense. What else did you learn? Yeah, it certainly is alright. Nah.
You notice the end conversation thing has changed as it goes along. I think is really nice.
Oh. Yeah, selfie, selfie, selfie. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's super cool.
We're awake again. Goes to sleep though. I really like that little section that starts off this level. Kind of a nice change, especially if you've been playing the game all the way through and just went through the very difficult section here. So you notice we can't actually do much around here. These feathers, when you get them, you get full 360-degree movement. So I'm actually using the analog stick here instead of the buttons that I usually use because it gives you like full range of motion.
It's thanks to whoever.
I believe it was Maquette who mentioned it.
Yeah, suggested it in the speedruns.
Yeah, we're going up. Fire was green, so it seems like we may be dreaming right now, but let's see what we find up here.
Hello. Hello, Babylon. What's up with you, Han? You're part of me. Yeah, okay. Something like that. That's very mean. Oh no. No. I don't think she understands at all. I don't think Madeline's gonna take this very well.
No.
Team! That tune. Uh-oh. 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 Yeah, well, we tried. Uh-oh.
I love the way that her text box, like she climbs out of her text box.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You were so close. Womp. Have we done fucked up a little bit? Ow. Ow.
So, that could have gone better.
We done hacked it up a little bit.
Little bit. You're quite low down now, in fact. There's this guy. Not really too much else, because we can't really go up from that other side there. But
Yeah.
if we smack into him, he gets very angry about it.
Yeah, he's very mad.
Use this to send us flying. Worth noting, this level does not have any strawberries in it.
I didn't know that. I should realize I hadn't seen any on the speedrun, but I'm so used to not picking them
Yeah,
up.
that's sort
I
of the
just didn't
thing.
notice
It's not
them.
necessarily something you'll pick up in practice, but when you're actually playing the game, it's very obvious. By the way,
Do
this
you not get
is
squished?
the person doing the things here is like the game's sound designer, I believe. But it's like one of the people who worked on the game just going, and it's very good. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of those spikes up here, and they make navigating quite difficult.
The voice effects in this game are pretty excellent. They really pack a lot of emotion in them.
Yep. Yeah, I really love like what they've done with what is ostensibly like Animal Crossing voices. There we go, he does fit. Whee! So, gotta climb ourselves out of this. So now, normally when I'm speedrunning, I go up this, and you can skip a large portion, or at least a portion of the level here.
Right, yeah.
But, let's actually take a look.
Oh, hen. Yeah, a little bit. Was she though?
How certainly if she's going to pull us down every time we try.
Right?
Let's see.
I finally get to see how you're supposed to do this.
And like the rest of this room. Not much up here. What if... Nope, definitely doesn't fit. But if instead...
Down the way,
I still have need of you.
yeah. Yeah, you need to go to the left.
There we go.
Alright. Ah, hello. Let me try.
Oops, a little too...
Let me try it again.
Ah, if I had jumped off there, I would have had it.
Yep.
That should do it. There we go.
Alright, cassette. Nailed it.
Yep, got the B-side. Oh, this is a good B-side, I do remember. All the B-sides in this are pretty good. So yeah, instead you're supposed to get this feather here and fly your way up to that corner.
Yeah.
Although, if you look down here...
Hello.
Oops.
Whoops.
Fricked it.
Fricked it.
There we go. Now, thank you for the helpful sign. Not much over here, and hole we fell down in is still kind of
Hello.
filled in with spikes. But if we fly over to here, now you may need to look something up here.
Okay.
But do you remember the first level when there was a code?
Right, yeah. God knows if we kept that anywhere.
Yeah, we may or may not have like written it down on anything we have.
I just can't remember if we kept that little bit of paper.
Yeah, we were kind of gonna come through this a little bit sooner than we did.
Alright.
Either way, we could just look it up.
Alright.
Basically, to get the heart in the first level, there was a series of inputs that we had to do. There we go.
Found it.
So,
So white.
it's the same pattern. It's mostly remembering.
So you like do the right color.
Yeah, so up, left,
Bottom right.
down right,
Upright.
upright,
Left.
left,
Up left.
up left. That does that. Now, you'll notice that this sign here, I actually had to look this one up for the record, but what this is actually saying is flip rights for lefts.
Okay, so it's up, right, bottom left, up left, right, upright.
There's that one.
And that's up and down.
That's up for down.
Down, left, upright, bottom right, left, bottom left.
And then this one is blown up. But I believe the context clues here are that it's everything flipped.
Right, okay, down, right, up left, down left, right, bottom right.
And there we go. That is the crystal heart for this level.
Nailed it again.
Heavy and frail.
Alright.
So yeah, that's one of this, like, again, the crystal hearts start to get quite obtuse in their thing. I mean, you come here and you know immediately that's like, oh, right, that thing I did in the first level, assuming you got the crystal heart in the first
I can't
level.
believe we still have that bit of paper.
Yeah.
You don't throw out anything, huh?
That and I just don't, that and, like, I knew I was going to need it again. So, like, if I had seen it any time. By the way, this is what you do in the speedrun. You can, like, climb up walls that you're not supposed to be able to with the correct set of movements, so you can avoid a whole bunch of other section.
Nice.
But let's get on with it.
Yeah, it's rock and roll.
Here's this place. Kind of lets you see what's coming up next. Oops.
No, you're supposed to bring on A's right side.
Yep. When you bash into them, you'll always go upwards. So you sort of have to, like, get yourself to grab onto their side, basically. Another thing about this level is that because it doesn't have to worry about, like, strawberries, it's really one of the few that has branching paths. Where there's, like, totally different sets of paths that you could take, depending. Because, like,
Yeah.
normally in the speedrun, we go up here. But you could also go down this way.
I love to go down.
I do love how the music slowly fades into Battle Line's theme. Yeah, I forgot that guy catches there. Like, whee!
Oh, that guy's spanky on top.
Yep,
Okay.
indeed. You'll see we actually ended up back in the same room that we would, just from a lower place. And we would usually, I believe, go up here. You can kind of choose your, you know, faster or slower ways. Whee!
Boing. Boing at the spikes. Alright.
My plan.
Again. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Love
sort
to spike.
Introducing these things as a mechanic. They will bounce you in whatever direction you touch them in, and refresh your refresh your dash, as with most interactable things. I think we go up here, so let's go down. Ow. Whoops. Didn't switch fast enough. When the feathers are encased like a bubble, in a bubble like that, you have to dash into them. So if you lose your dash, I believe poking into them will actually, you know, like bouncing
Right.
against
And then
them
we
will
end up in
refresh.
this room where you always end up like.
We go down in this room,
Yeah.
so let's go up. Yep, there is another path here. Yeah, I figure this is a good way to...
Show off some more of the game we normally see.
Yep. There we go. Managed to save that at the last
Managed to
second.
not land on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, and we look in this room.
Yep.
Near the top of it.
Yep. Don't remember if we go up or down here.
Up, I think. Yeah, you
There.
normally go up.
Ah, okay.
You normally go up.
Yeah, if you bounce into those things, right, yep, this room. But yeah, if you bounce into these things as a feather, it'll immediately take you out of it. Although sometimes you might want that. I just barely hit that.
Woo! Clutch. Love to clutch.
This room. So normally the way to actually solve this puzzle is to do this.
Ah. Don't get split.
Yep. Try my hardest anyway. Go up from here, because I think we go down. Yeah, we go down.
Yep.
Whee!
Boing, boing.
These things, because they will bounce you in basically like 360 degrees, are definitely quite difficult to deal with, because like moving over a pixel will change it. You'll see like even now I'm getting caught, like I'm more or less steady, but because they're moving back and forth, it's actually moving me to the side.
Yep.
So it can be quite difficult to keep a steady, like to, you know, keep yourself steady on these things and plan out your next jump.
That is a rough room.
Oh yeah. I love them because they're like really a really interesting skill test.
Ah, we're at the top of the room.
Yep. There's also some secret tech where if you are pressing in the opposite direction of them when you bounce into them, you will go much further. Like, so if you bounce into it on the right side and you're pressing to the right, so I guess actually if you're pressing in the same direction that you're going there, they'll actually bounce you way further. Oops.
Whoops. Dashed right out of that feather.
That will happen from time to time.
We call stick fingers.
More or less. Now that's stupid.
Yeah.
Should say, I only use the analog stick for doing this. Trying to do regular platforming with it, like with the analog stick, is like really, really difficult.
Yeah, you really
Hello,
need
Burb.
to be precisely up, down, left, right, and
Yeah,
down.
like having the diagonals when you want the diagonals is much better because it's
Hey,
sort of
Burb.
like there's a range in which you'll do the diagonal jump versus the non when you have the analog stick. Anyway,
Oh, hey, how did you get down here?
oh, there's an elevator right here.
Oh. Can we borrow it? I mean, kinda got thrown down the mountain. But... Me? That's true. Oh, she will. Yeah, you gave her permission.
Yep.
Brought that on yourself. Screw you, old lady.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Those slightly off
The blinks,
eyes.
it's very good.
So good. That's true. Got that much to lose.
Yeah, she's got an elevator.
Cheating cow. Don't think it'll be that hard.
I mean,
No shit, she lives
I live here.
Right? No shit, she lives here. She tried to warn you.
Hmm.
No more running. I'm gonna keep talking to you. You'll hold
Yeah,
it.
you know.
Yeah.
No kidding. So there we go. Perhaps we should go have a chat.
Ah, yes. Hello.
Seems like it can't be that hard to find her.
Yeah, she's got looks in here at the minute.
Indeed. Lots of spikes. Alright, let's do this the normal way. So you'll
Yeah.
see, like, over there's a hole that you can use, that you can fall into, and if you actually just use yourself to line up against it here, you'll fall right through. There's another hole over here that you can use the stuff over there to, like, the thing up top to line yourself up, but it's sort of like a very difficult to thread the needle if you don't actually recognize that. That said, if you don't choose to take the shorter cut here, kind of end up in this bouncy
I
playground.
like how she goes up and down based on, like, if you're a burger.
Mm-hmm. There's also this hole, which is hell.
That's a hellhole.
You can totally fall through that if you're brave enough, but currently we are going to go this
You're
way.
brave and bold.
Yep. And over here.
Yep.
You can basically dash forever in water, and by that I mean literally put a dash input every single frame. Past stuff does some shenanigans with that, but
Yeah.
us, we're just gonna go here.
Ah, the nemesis room.
Yeah, the momentum that you get from this guy, like when you're on top of him and you jump moving forward, is really, really weird. Because if you're pressing forward and you jump, you will get launched. If you're not pressing forward and you jump, you'll just stop moving.
Yep.
And you gotta get 3 jumps straight in a row, and it's quite weird. God, I love this background too. This is like the kind of the best room for it. You just get to see
Yeah.
all the crystals and stuff uninterrupted. Yeah, working on that infinite speed. But let's have a
Yeah,
chat,
hi.
shall we?
Sorry. Yeah, we're kind of wrong about that.
Hmm. Hmm.
You.
That's a fair statement.
Yeah. Yeah, a
Quite
little bit.
literally. This game never did say it was subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Gonna nick your hand.
So, this is basically the one boss fight in the game, and it is a doozy. Basically, the whole point of this is to keep running yourself into battle,
Yeah, we're gonna rub her face up against hers.
and we will be doing this for a while.
It's a very long fight.
And she's not very happy with this, so she will get increasingly desperate to get rid of us.
Increasingly lasering.
Oops. So when you fail, each room is a checkpoint. You basically just have to do each room perfectly once. As you go along, the room, like all these blocks fall. They can crush you, so do be careful. Somehow that was fine. I'm a little surprised.
It gives you a lot of leeway on charging her when, like, she's firing her laser.
This is the hardest pattern, by the way, when she's just shooting double orbs at you.
God, yeah.
She will stop shooting when you're very close to her, and the game will also, like, yank you towards her. Like, you can sort of see that I get pulled in when she, you know, like when I get close.
She's center of your gravity.
Yep. The game, when you, like, get smacked away from her as well, will also just, like, never throw you towards spikes. Like, it'll put you in specific places rather than,
Yeah, it clearly throws you back.
Yeah, and, like, sometimes it'll throw you forward if there were, like, spikes right behind you and stuff like that, which is really cool.
It's really nice to see games with leeway instead of, like, Banjo-Kazooie, Carnage Revenge, which have no
The exact
fucking
amount,
leeway.
yeah, like, you can tell that this was, like, tested quite aggressively to make sure that it was, like, challenging, but not, you know, total bullshit, especially for the amount of pressure that you're under as a player when you're first doing this. Like, just emotionally, this is like a very heavy part of the game. I think one of the reasons this game kind of hits me as hard as it does is because it sort of, like, mixes the whole mood with the difficulty, like the challenge of the gameplay. So, like, you kind of experience the challenge of Madeline's depression and the highs and lows through the, like, extremely challenging platforming sections and, you know, through climbing the mountain that is each of the levels in the game, figuring out the mechanics and stuff. And it lands for me really, really well. Like, that was an example where it knocked us to the right, by the way.
Yep.
But yeah, like, I feel like the biggest thing is that the game manages to challenge the feeling of, you know, this is a really difficult platformer with the emotions that the story tries to tell in a way that I just haven't really seen in other games, and I think that that's really, really cool. Oh, here we go.
Do us a favor, you know.
Alright, a mountain climber.
This is not inaccurate.
Maybe not that simple either. Oop.
Squish!
I have done that
You
before.
got squished!
Yeah, I'm trying to take this room too fast. So yeah, now at this point, the blocks get even wackier, because they'll start going back and forth rather than just falling down. So this fight will just continue to get harder and harder. Ah, we're gonna do the fun thing.
Launch it!
If you hyper dash in just the right place here, you fly straight under and smash into her, and it's amazing. Probably should have landed. See, I think that's kind of why the emotional beats of the story hit so well for me, because it's always, like, so relieving to go through a chapter, and you can kind of very easily channel that into how you feel about the game yourself. You know, like, about how you feel about the story that the game is telling at that point. I really like it for doing that. I think it's definitely why the game hit me as hard as it did the first time I played it. And at the same time, I like that, you know, the whole story isn't locked off behind the actual challenge of it, and that you can turn it, you know, give yourself advantages if you need them to be able to beat it with everything in assist mode. You know, it doesn't make it a prerequisite to beating the game. Almost fucked that up. Oops. Almost fucked that up too. Everything is fine. The effect when you hit her, like the way that there's like a sort of tape rewinding sound, is also really cool. Ah. If I had, I started diving out of that, or dashing out of that there, and I would have made it. That time I just missed the feather.
Yep.
There we go.
Alright. Oh, and the crystal's in.
Yes! Yeah, you may not notice it in the speedruns, but all the crystals break once you land that final hit. They were coming from us.
Yeah?
You might remember that the Spike Temple, that the temple had quite a few of these crystals in it as well.
Yep.
Hmm.
Get back in my belly.
So now we get 2 jumps. Side note, I love the way that this is like visually conveyed with her hair turning pink, and then like once you do your first dash you turn red, so you immediately understand what just happened.
Yep.
Like, that's a really good way of kind of getting that
Your hair
across.
color is what happened.
Yep. So yeah, we have 2 dashes now.
Now we can get to the fun bullshit.
Now we can go places we never thought we could.
Hell yeah.
Wonder what that is.
Magic. Hello.
Sometimes you just gotta be an asshole. She's blinking at me.
I'm blinking at her
Asynchronously.
Asynchronously. Because I can do that.
Theo even ran all the way down the mountain for us.
Ah, here she is. Hi. I love Theo too. Yeah, woo! Holy red! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like the old lady's order is like sticks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Not if we speed run it. Woo!
Quite literally letting go of our baggage. Also, burb.
Bird.
Easy to miss that. Yeah, the end chapter signs are quite good.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Unlock the B-side, got the heart.
Hell yeah.
Funnily enough, I don't quite recall where the cassette tape in the summit is, but I'm sure that'll be fine. I assume it's in the last section, but I don't quite remember.
This is why we go through all the bits of the level again.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because we fell down. This level does have quite a few strawberries in it. I don't think I will get all of them the first time around.
First time around? Yeah, that's fair.
So, as before, these things work kind of the same way, but this time around... Been up here, right? Nope. But this time around, they will, like, anything that would restore your dash
there's
before...
One there. I remember that one.
Yep. Anything that would restore your dash before will now restore both of your dashes. Yeah, it couldn't be that easy, could it?
Nope.
This level is quite a lot about... This level is quite a lot about preserving both of your dashes, like, and only using them exactly when you need to. It'll do a lot of stuff with that. You know, something like that, where if I'd used both dashes earlier, I wouldn't have been able to make it across. Just slide over there. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Oops.
Whoops! Missed the spring. I know that pain all too well, Sonic.
There we go. With those springs, you can use the first dash to fight them, which is another thing that you'll get really good at in this stage, is sort of like understanding when to use your second dash just to like stop your momentum entirely and stuff like that. They come up with a lot of really good, like, little puzzles like that.
Whoops!
Almost.
Too far.
Almost.
Not far enough.
Yeah, that time I used my dash to go straight up instead of diagonal. But yeah, like, especially when you're talking about getting the strawberries, this level is an incredible test.
Drop
Yeah.
like that.
There we go. That spring can also be very mean if you don't notice it there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like little gotchas in the level that are like that. Yeah, I mean this first section is really more about just getting comfortable with the double dash. Nothing too ridiculous. Not yet, anyway. I think there's anything down here. No. Oh, there we go.
Alright, first four.
Right. Ah, damn it.
Well, what's up? You missed something?
Yes, I did. Missed two things there, but there's a piece in every level, and I always forget where this one is because it took me forever to actually find it.
Alright, so that first bit.
Well, so basically to get the heart in this for this level, you have to collect something in every single one of these sections. Although actually, I think the starting section might not have one. Now that I think about it, it might just be the levels. that have them. I did miss a strawberry at the very end, though, but that's fine. Anyway, let's actually listen to these
Yeah,
conversations.
please stop jinxing it. It does have a bit. Oh well.
Ah, okay. Again, the nice thing is that you don't have to collect them all in one run.
Okay.
The ones that you do collect will be saved. Honestly, I'm so used to doing this in
Fast.
yeah, speedy ways. Almost.
Almost there.
And we kind of ignore all this completely. Mistakes were made.
Yep, mistakes were made. Whoa!
Yeah, those things. That thing will launch you.
That thing will launch you. Wow.
What I want to do is basically activate it and then jump off of it immediately.
Yep.
Basically with a dash. And it's like, the reason that there's a strawberry there is basically because it's like pretty difficult mechanically.
Yep.
Again, I don't know how many of these strawberries I'm going to get. That's interesting.
That went a bit weird.
That should do it. Yeah, you gotta fucking jump for that shit.
Yeah.
Let's see what we've won. Ah, right, I remember this.
Ah. What happened?
That there is. Great, okay.
No, he's placed it. This isn't blind.
Yeah, I've done speedruns of this game.
Yeah, he's speedrun this game a little bit. Is it an hour and a minute now? Is your PB?
Go. Yeah, I actually don't remember where most of the pieces of the heart are in this, but we'll make our way
see.
through. That may be something we just get later, you know?
Yeah. There's plenty to get later, and there's the
Yep.
all the piece sizes.
Hello there. Fresh our jump.
Whoops.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah, those are the sorts of things that the game gets pretty good at, like, teaching you to look for. That was interesting.
That was squishy. There's a strat.
There we go. So that
Ah.
that thing down there. Oops.
Whoop. Hit the ceiling.
I hit the ceiling, but it was more I just didn't dash immediately. That would have saved me there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can really see the, like, execution expected of you here to, like goes way, way up as the levels go on, which is cool. There we go, that's another strawberry that you can't. It'll start flying away as you dash for it. Means you gotta fucking go for it. If I can land on that spring, I'll be fine.
Whoops.
For some reason, I thought I had to, like, jump and grab on. Like, my brain thought it had to jump and grab on that. Ah, damn. Sometimes this game can be quite tight pixel-wise. I should really just be going up and straight left instead of up and diagonal there. Yeah, trying to actually get everything in this level will really, like, test you. There we go.
There we go. Boing. I thought you had it there.
Yeah, you can skip that bit if you're really going for speed. Turns out this time I am not. Okay, screw that part up too. Don't grab. No gwabby.
Blabby.
Please, no gwabby.
Please no blabby.
Alright. See if there's anything else here. Yeah. Let's get launched. You do need to really use that momentum to get yourself through the first one, though, because you kind of need both of those dashes.
Both dashes.
By the way, if you do take this slower, most of those, like, the platforms will, you know, just fall, or the platforms with the springs on them will fall down like this and land, so that you can't like miss them permanently. At least currently. So one thing you may notice about these about these rooms in particular is that there's always a strawberry for there we go. There's always a strawberry hidden in a place where like you have to deliberately ignore Battlein. For example. Yeah, there's one of these in like every one of these rooms.
She's sitting there going, pay attention to me, asshole, come on.
The orb follows the exact same rules, where it'll like kind of pull you towards it slightly as well. Incidentally.
That's a little bit scary. Alright, we're back in this section.
Yep.
That's a remix.
Yeah, they like, there's a different version of the level for each level, or like, you know, for each section of this. And the music is so good. You may have noticed the way the screen transitioned there.
Yep.
Made it kind of obvious that there was another room over here. But as before, the Dreamer's blocks will refresh our jumps, or refresh our dashes, except now they'll refresh too, which means that they can do some real bullshit. Yeah, I need to hit the wall there, basically. Because you'll also notice that they put spikes on the walls there. I don't know if we've encountered this before, but basically you can go through one direction of these, but not, you know, you can go out of them, but not back in. Yeah. There we go.
Alright.
Bonk. I wonder if that ledge is real.
Yeah.
Luckily, we could just get our jump back there.
Yep.
Right, so over here, the path actually splits a bit. You can kind of choose which way you want to go. By the way, I've been ignoring these for the most part, but they do allow you to like actually look at what you're getting into before you get into it. Oops.
Grab that first.
So yeah, if you double dash in there, you are basically dead, because there is nowhere to get your dash back.
Yep.
The nice thing is, though, that you can actually, you know, grab onto the dream blocks, which means that you can, like, plan. Hell of a dog. This is the room we normally go to. There's some stuff in here. Oh, right. Take a look at that block, the one we're going through right now. The roar, basically the wall was kind of broken on the other side of it.
Yep.
I like his Adele.
Oh.
This is the other path, incidentally. I've gotten so much better at like just touching things correctly and or you know like putting myself in the correct place here.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, that. Ooh, this one. This one took me a long-ass time to do when I first did it. Yeah, it's really ridiculous, and I'm so proud of myself for doing that just once, because you have to do this zigzag here to be able to get up there. It is wild. And like, again, this game, it starts asking a lot of you.
Yeah?
I feel like I may have missed the thing by now, but I'm not sure. It is one of those things that like I last got these so long ago that it's been a bit, and this is like by far the most involved of the hearts, because you have to be doing things in every section. Give it a look. Ah, yeah, there's absolutely something up there.
I'm good at this.
Yep. The game's really good at kind of like teaching you what it wants you to look for. No, we definitely missed it at this point.
That is okay.
Yep. Yeah, we'll get this stuff eventually. I'll probably end up looking a lot of it up. I've done it in the past. Also often looking it up.
Hello. No ignoring Babylon.
Never.
Have to go talk to her. Return of the Dust Bunnies. Revenge of the Dust Bunnies. Yeah.
A lot of times with these things, waiting is just gonna get you killed.
Yep.
There we go.
Alright.
Especially when you have 2 dashes, it's generally better to just fucking go for it.
Go for it.
Because if you're dashing through something, they're not going to get a chance to move very much, even at the speed that they're moving. Didn't decide if that was supposed to be down or not. I paid the price.
Yep.
Bit of a weird one. Sneaky. Nailed it.
Excellent. Ooh, another one.
Why not go even further?
Hell yeah.
Oh god, I remember this room.
Oh no.
This one is a puzzle, basically, because you'll notice we can't actually get, like, anywhere. You know, like, we can't stand anywhere in this room, and you can only touch the walls once.
Yep.
Yep. It's like, remember how to do this on the fly. I remember this one being one of the most puzzly ones.
Well,
Almost.
didn't grab the orb.
I'm gonna get this damn thing.
Hell yeah.
I will say the most ridiculous challenges do tend to be hidden behind, like, multiple... Yeah, like, this is, like, 2 secret levels deep at this point.
Yep. Yeah, squish your face into the trap face first.
As one does. There we go.
Alright, do it! Woo!
And the game also gives you an easier way back up.
Excellent.
Love it.
Nicely done.
Ah, there we go.
Ah.
Right, it just randomly shows up. I totally forgot that. A little too quick.
Nope. Alright, there we go.
Beautiful.
East side.
We've unlocked the B-side of the summit. God help us.
Apparently it's not the seaside.
That is true. I have not beaten the seaside of the summit, I believe.
You beaten any seasides?
Yes.
Ah.
I have beaten at least the first and maybe the second seasides. I don't quite recall
Yeah.
which specific ones I've done at this point. Ah, right, there's a... I forgot that there's a ledge here. It's very easy to not notice. Also, I know this one has like a bit of a weird thing to it, but I don't remember what that thing is. Yeah, you can't really fall off the
Go around
platform
the
to get
bottom,
under
yeah.
it. I think it is just like a ridiculously tight thing.
Woo!
Whoops.
Who's your face?
Didn't know
Right
that
into the
happened.
dust bunny.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, if you just go straight, you got there's like a really tight window to do it because of the way the wall pulls away there, but it is totally doable. As is that. You know what you're doing, you can often bend this game against your knee.
And then it brings you back.
Yup. Whoops. Strongly agreed, Civil Twilight. This is another one of those rooms that tends to give me trouble in the speedrun as well. Oops, I thought I was pressing against the wall there. Apparently, I was not. Yeah, I did that again. I'm like trying to just press it to avoid, or like press against the wall there to avoid pressing against the like wall as it goes out. You can kind of see it sticks out there.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I don't believe there's actually anything here. Funnily enough, it's just a recovery for your dash.
Yep.
Should you choose to accept it. You'll notice that this is particularly evil because this strawberry is like on a ledge that has
Yeah.
goo on it.
Yeah.
And there's this room. Powerful.
Hell yeah.
What even are cycles?
I don't know.
I just don't know.
I really don't know.
There, I always forget. Foolish.
Foolish one.
Not even sure if there's something up there, but I want to know. Almost.
You've got to know. Gosh.
I think I'd go straight up there. I gotta go up and right when I grab the thing there. Sort of like training my brain to actually do that, you know? This is often how you, like, learn rooms in Celeste. You kind of just keep rubbing your face against them until something works, and it'll be like, you know, you'll get 50% of the way through the puzzle, then you'll get 60% of the way through the puzzle, then you'll get to the next part that's like, you just can't quite figure out. Nope. All of that for nothing.
Where that boy lives.
Nope.
That's the thing there.
Indeed it is.
Ooh, hello.
Yep. It's gem. This is another room where you really just have to treat the fuzzballs like they don't exist. No respect. None.
0.
0 of respect. This room is hell.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that once is bad. Doing it like twice in a row.
This is sort of just, did you get the cycle? Good luck. The nice thing is you don't have to get, like, back or anything. We'll be able to spring ourselves back.
Yep. Oof.
There we go.
Alright.
That is, not easy to do.
No.
But we did it.
That was very difficult.
Right. Don't stay somewhere very long.
Now you can stand on it, you just cannot re-land on it.
Yep. Go over here, you'll notice that there's like basically a room that has you go down into the other room. That's why we go over this way, because there's sort of a secret
Right.
exit over here. But we're actually gonna do this.
Yep.
Look how fucking ridiculous this one is.
Oh,
Yeah. You actually wanna... Twice.
holy hell.
Yeah. And then you're not even home free at that point.
Nope.
Because you have to not, like...
Still gotta get back to that spring.
Yeah, you can't immediately panic out of it, basically.
What's
Just
wrong
hitting the
direction?
button backwards there.
Well, you know me and my hand. I get stupid fingers.
Yep. If you're capable of not hitting that spring, by the way... God, yeah, to do this is like, really, really difficult. There we go. But if you're capable of not hitting that spring, so the way you would normally get that is like, as soon as it bounces, you throw yourself straight into that wall. And this is the room that you would end up in if you had gone the other way.
Ah, yeah, drop down.
Yeah. Also, that stuff up there is such a trap, and I love it.
Yeah,
Like, you can...
it was a hell of a
I almost dashed right into it.
Yep, it was quite funny.
go. That puts us in the final room. You might think there's a secret over there on the right side. There is not. I have tried. Badonk. This room can be quite tough to get through just because it's all like, you know.
A lot of moving dust bunnies.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a shit. Yeah. Yeah.
I do like that Mr. Oshiro does not actually show up there.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of really little touches that you might not even notice at first. Oh god, I remember this room.
Yeah, up on there.
There we go. Nailed it! Beautiful and perfect.
Perfect in every way. Get out that broken bit.
Yes.
There we go.
Jump back. Fuck it up.
Whee! Hell yeah. The stage revealed. Bonk. Thanks for that sound.
Oh yeah. Never claimed to be a master. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Know that there's anything over there or not. Just hitch a ride.
Hell yeah, nice and slow. Whee! Slow and steady wins that race.
Indeed. I think there might actually be a whole other section there, but this is fine. I never promised every strawberry. This is the stuff I'm actually good at. All the rooms I've been in before.
Yep.
Remember if there's anything up here or not. Nope. Yeah, it's actually meant for you to go up here before you get that spring over there.
Here comes the wind.
Everybody's favorite mechanic.
Hell yeah. Right
Nailed
to the
it.
snowball, alright.
Oh, that wasn't what I wanted.
Here it was. Or
That was impressive.
hell yeah.
Proud of myself for that.
Get pelted by that snowball.
Yeah, this one.
Ow, strawberry.
Yeah, I believe this is one of the few that actually requires you to bounce. I thought I got that.
You were totally on top of that.
Sometimes the game disagrees.
Yes, so. See, that was more like a hit. You know.
There we go.
Oh, jeez.
Beautiful.
Oh,
That's what you're actually supposed to do there.
wow.
Game is not pulling punches at this point. I mean, technically it is still kind of pulling punches, but it really expects a lot of you in this chapter. Here you're actually forced to like grab onto the back of it. And also you gotta get over here fast enough. Part of the game has some pretty tough auto-scrollers.
Yeah? Like this one. So it makes you, like, grimace every single time you do it. And... Oh,
Right.
Jeez.
This is like, you haven't even seen me try to get the strawberry.
No.
You see what it is, right?
Oh shit, yeah I do. Oh.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I have gotten the strawberry.
I'm on a time limit, huh?
Ah! So close.
Oh, that was funny.
So close.
It was so funny. Belching in that spike right at the end.
As one does.
A little bit of panic.
There we go. Yeehaw.
Yeah, it's a fine game, and still very cool.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be cruel to be kind. Get on the other side of this one. I can catch it before it gets the fuck out of here.
Hell yeah.
Alley-oop. Right, and there's like, you can see there's like paths we're missing and stuff. But, like I said, I am,
Well, we'll get, you know, the rest some other time.
Ah, right.
Yeah, you have to thread
This
that
fucking
needle, huh?
strawberry.
Then you go thread.
It was meant to be a hyper dash there.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Beautiful. This is what you're supposed to quote unquote do here. Maybe less so that.
Wow, it's not that spike.
Been known to happen. That's more like what I usually do. Oh hum.
Hey, bad one.
Yeah, you can really... I think that this is actually kind of better than the actual wind chapter in a lot of ways because the
Well,
double dashes kind of just cancel out
Yeah,
so
it
much
makes
of
it
the
a lot
wind.
easier to go against the wind with two dashes.
Yeah, like when you have one dash, that's as far as you can go. Also, that wall there is where the strawberry was. You can sort of see it right in the corner. You have to be
Yeah, it was a little bit-
very careful missing that one.
Madeline. Oh. Alright, the ruined one.
Yeah, let's go this
Mirror
way.
Temple. This summit's a lot longer when you're not speedrunning it.
Yeah, you don't say.
Nope, you need a dash at the end of that.
Right, I remember how this works. This is a weird one. Like that. So basically you have to grab onto that at the last second and use it to launch yourself
Anything to the
upward.
top right there.
Why, yes, there it is.
Nope.
so much here exactly, but if we fly over this way. Actually end up in a totally different part of the level. Ah, ran out of dash.
Whoops!
Right. Almost.
So close.
This game's really good at getting you to like tunnel vision on things. There's always a really good feeling when your movements get like super crisp though. Go, there's another one.
Yeah, excellent.
And it's this room.
Uh-huh.
Let's do this the actual way. If we go up here, it actually just shows you that there's like the key to go onward is right there. Instead, there's this.
Oh my. Get murdered. Get
That's
murdered
my
a
plan.
lot. Get super murdered.
There we go.
Alright.
Almost. That is kind of the way, though. There we go. That's that strawberry. And now... Strawberry is hidden behind the tougher one, which is nice.
Yeah. Alright, go up that orb.
Which is, of course,
Roar?
generally how it works.
It's a roar, but it's a red
Roar.
It's a roar.
Of course. This one, if you don't dash into this, you will slam into that spike wall. This game is evil sometimes.
Yeah.
This one, you have to just dash directly into a spike wall.
Yep.
It's quite funny.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah, this bit's very familiar.
But at this point in the game, they can really play with your expectations a lot.
Nah.
That was odd. You know, they sort of expect that if you've gotten here, you kind of understand the core mechanics of the game well enough. That you can kind of handle, like, riffs on them and stuff like that, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is really, really challenging the first time you try to get through this.
Oh god, yeah. Ain't doing door skip.
No door skip today. Or most days.
Or any day, really.
Yeah.
I was a little bit shocked you didn't hit that.
Yoink.
Gosh. Oh god, this bit. Oh, two. Sneaky.
Yeah, that's actually the one that's right before. That's the, you know, purposely avoid Madeline one.
Hell yeah. Aww. Aww. That's true.
Besides, the longer we talk here, the higher up we go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Babylon, let's do it.
Whoosh! So there we go.
Alright, 30. $29.
I'll have to remember exactly where the cash-in spot is. There we go. Yeah, I thought it was very obvious.
Ah.
So yeah, here's the heart in the level, and it's basically get all of these crystals in order to do it, and these will stay unlocked by the file.
Thanks.
But yeah, we missed the one in the the first section, and then the one in the old site, which, if I remember correctly, is in a weird spot.
Yeah.
So for the record, we are actually being pushed down by the wind right now. You can see, like, it makes our jump kind of tiny.
Finish it. Yeah, we need both for that.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Yeah, knit and jump.
Teeny tiny.
24.
Yeah, you will get, like, slammed down pretty quick there.
Yeah.
Too eager. You can just jump over
Look
that.
a little bit like rain. Like,
Yeah.
Wind. There ain't no rain, that wind.
Hit wind.
Wind. Whoops.
If I actually up diagonal dash directly into that wall like that, it will actually just put me, like, right onto the platform.
Ah.
There's a lot of little stuff like that. Also, I'm going to hit this so I don't have to keep doing that section.
Yep. Good plan, Batman.
You do have to wait a little bit for that to come back so you don't accidentally take away your getaway platform.
22.
Yep. Oh, the strawberries get increasingly mean as you get closer and closer to the summit.
Yeah.
Now, just for safety's sake, I am going to go do that.
That's fair.
I mean, granted, it's actually pretty easy to do this part of it once you've gotten that. You know, once you've actually gotten the strawberries, but... Oops. Forgot to grab the wall. Mildly important. Most of the way that I'm doing a lot of these dashes is like the only way that you can possibly get the stuff for it. So like you have to dash up once here, dash up again here, to even get like high up enough to hit that crystal.
Yeah.
So you have to be really, really careful with it. Now the wind is pushing us up, which makes it much more obvious that it is wind.
Yep.
This one is hell.
Yeah.
Woof! That took me a lot
Alright.
more tries than that the first time I ever did that.
Hell yeah. 17.
Remember if there's anything over there. I don't believe there is, though. That. Yeah, this one is very difficult.
Yeah, very tight.
Kind of have to get yourself in such a way. You really have to like abuse the upward wind basically to get your way, to make your way over there. You know, like it gives you just that little bit extra time floating to the side.
15.
Speaking of a little bit of, you know, abusing that little bit of extra time.
Alright. 150 is pretty good.
Whee!
That was close.
Yep.
That wasn't.
That was less so. This will use basically all of your stamina to get up there. The game is very, very good at like knowing exactly how long you can climb. Oops, that was supposed to be up and right. I am a coward.
Oh yeah. Coward just rolls.
Ding dong.
Well.
Ugh. Not enough. This is also, you are going to like the absolute limit of your jumps here.
Yeah.
This section is also just incredible, like when the game asks you to do it. Like, I remember going through this the very first time, just sitting here like, oh my god, every single time I hit a new puzzle. Like, you want me to do this? Really?
And
Really? And then you do it, and you feel really good. This game's really good at, like, just, you know, enforcing its emotional arc through gameplay. It's probably why it hit me as hard as it did. You really feel like you're going up and
mountain.
down. Oops, didn't
Down a literal mountain.
quite attach to the wall there. Oh yeah, you can also climb up walls with the upward wind like this.
Alright, 6.
Anything over here? No? Okay. Boing?
Boing, boing.
5. So, all done with upward and downward wind. And one of my favorite things that the game does here is puts this over here. And you can see on the side that it has the summit at the very top of this. So it's basically like, this is the top. I love this so much.
Yeah, there we go.
It's such a nice little thing.
Whoops. And immediately die.
Hell yeah. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of that. Because it's like, you didn't really need to put that there for how far away it is, but it's really cool that you did.
Yep.
Check this shit out.
Oh, Jesus.
Yup.
Good luck with that.
I spent a long ass time on this strawberry. For reasons that are probably obvious.
Yeah? Yeah, and you can't really like go on to the next checkpoint because you need that
Feather to do it, yeah. I need to jump over that and then use both dashes there, and it shouldn't be too bad. Which is another thing, you get a lot of moments in the summit here where you really like do not have time to plan out your next move. You are basically just doing it.
Do it live.
Once we get to the B-sides, that'll get to be like sort of just the way that they work.
Smack.
My movement might not be right for that. I might need to do the, or I might not be able to jump over that, but I'm pretty sure I am.
You have to, right?
Yeah. There we go. By the way, that's also a falling platform. Double, by the way, you also have to do the flying section again before they give you the strawberry. Which is just evil in the best way.
Got a lot of the strawberries around this one.
Oh yeah. I definitely got the majority of them. I don't think there's anything here yet.
Whoops!
I missed!
You missed! You dog.
This is sort of where you have to like know exactly where every single one of your dashes is gonna go. But I also love that by the time that you get to 1, you're basically done. Like the actual challenge is finished there, but you know you're getting that close, and at this point it's sort of just, you know, getting up these last little bits. But
Damn it. I get to see the end of the game for once.
you do. We actually did it. Can't believe it.
Come part me again. And now we have to climb back down.
That part's not so bad.
Let me just jump.
They're very good. So let it sit here as long as you need. But we have some credits to see.
Alright.
That is Celeste. At least this part of Celeste. There's a little bit more story, not a huge amount. But there are a lot of other levels, more challenging, more ridiculous.
B-sides and
things.
C-sides.
Yeah, there are both B-sides and C-sides that you can do. B-sides are long challenge gauntlets that are like, you know, the harder levels that they didn't want to put in, like, you know, the main game proper, but they use the same mechanics and actually teach you a lot of new mechanics. A lot of the speedrunning tech is actually explained to you in the B-sides and C-sides. And then the C-sides are 3 screens long and ridiculously challenging.
I spotted the C-sides was.
Yep. also love the little, like, Polaroids as well.
Who is taking those photos?
Good question.
Theo, sneak up here. You've been following us this whole time.
You can see maybe Shiro needed a little tough love too.
Clean up your act a little bit, buddy.
Visited by a burb.
Parlor tricks. Hi, bird. Fuck off, bird.
A good burb.
Fuck off, burb.
Our way all the way back to the old lady's
granny's
house. And our car eventually, but
Hey, Nan!
might as well celebrate.
Cook us a meal, Nan!
I do love that they put the bridge back together.
We climbed a mountain and I'm hungry, Nan.
How it's like kind of barely held together.
Yep. Hi, bird.
We do actually get control back here.
Oi, Nan! We climbed the mountain!
Madeline.
Yep. Yeah, fuck off, mate. You ain't invited.
He was, actually.
No. The bird don't get to invite people. Fuck that. And you go away, sir.
This is actually the only effect that the strawberries have. On how strawberry your pie is.
Strawberry pop.
Pie with strawberries.
It's fine, unlike the speedrun, we have many.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll actually get to see a different photo from the 0 strawberries one. Yeah, basically.
Oh, it's just like a strawberry shortcake.
Not
type
exactly, like it's the layers inside are like the pie filling is mostly strawberry, like it's jam-ish basically.
Okay. It's that fucking old lady in the bottom.
Very good.
You can never have too many strawberries, Parrot's Gap.
Especially winged ones.
No.
I like how she also has a billion strawberries.
Yep.
There we go. We got
Ah.
154 out of 175, died
Nice.
just over 500 times, and went for 5
Get on that
hours, 21
leaderboard.
minutes.
It's 5 hours, 21 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be last. But we also unlocked another stage that we will probably save for next time
Yeah, we're almost at 2 hours.
because the core takes quite a while.
We are at 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm sort of debating either doing the B-side for like the old city or just finishing up now and starting up the B-sides later.
Let's have a look at our fix to end it.
Sure. So you'll notice we starred Reflection because we got both the cassette and the heart at the in the same
time.
run, which because there's no strawberries means that you don't have to. Because the star is for getting all the strawberries and the cassette and the heart
Yeah.
in the level
In one go.
in one shot. And you can also see Full Clear has its own time on it as well, as does the B-side.
Yeah.
So we've got some work to do. Fewest deaths on the summit, 204. About
Yeah.
2/5 of all of our deaths in the game were
Yeah.
in this run through were on the summit.
Woo! We did it.
Also rearrange the poetry if we'd like.
Heavy and frail resurrect.
Mm-hmm. You can also unlock more poetry as we go along. Global Steam stats still going strong. 1.2 million dashes. Or billion. 1.2 billion
yeah,
dashes.
1.2 billion.
Indeed.
Many of strawberries. See, you thought 100 strawberries was too many strawberries. What about 10 million strawberries?
Consider 10 million.
Consider 10 million.
Yeah, there is a little bit of extra story in here, but not a huge amount. This one actually takes place. There are a few months or a little bit longer after that.
Okay.
After the events of the game itself. But I think we will do that next time. And
Yeah,
I think
alright.
we'll probably finish up here.
Yeah, we're in 2 hours.
Yep. But I think that went pretty well.
Yeah, Grab Bag Thursday. Thanks for coming.
Yep. We are gonna finish this damn game at some point. We started
Yeah.
it months ago. We've done, what, 4
Well, we
streams
finished
of
the
it?
main story, so...
Yep. Took us a while, but we got
That's a
there.
good start. We got the core, we got B-sides, we maybe got C-sides.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. We got some 21 strawberries to collect, so we got stuff to do.
Yep.
Maybe next week, maybe the week after, we'll see. Then cards with Ty happens.
Indeed. Yeah, we would have been doing Cards with Ty today, but Monster Hunter World just came out for PC, so he's been streaming that for probably like 12 hours now. I don't know
No,
when
I
it
didn't. He
unlocked.
didn't start very that long ago.
Okay.
Probably.
We'll
We'll
be
be
streaming
streaming
it
it.
for that long, yes.
Yep.
But either way, I think we're gonna finish up here.
Yep.
Hope y'all enjoyed. We will be back tomorrow, probably with more Celeste, but faster Celeste.
Fast Celeste. Yes. Speedy Celeste.
Should be a fun time.
Fast Friday. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.